You ever wonder if the smartest football coach in the NFL could actually fail in college? Yeah, it sounds crazy, but stick with me. This isn't about playbooks or stats. It's about personality, energy, and whether you can survive the chaos of 18-year-old athletes, pushy parents, and booster politics. You're about to see why this story is more insane than you think. Top of the hour. Let's break it down. Take Bill Belichick, for example. A man whose football IQ is off the charts, whose NFL resume reads like a Hall of Fame highlight reel. But now imagine putting him in a college locker room. Suddenly, the sharpest mind in football has to also be a recruiter, a motivator, a personality for 18-year-olds figuring out their future. That's a whole different ballgame. Contrast that with Deion Sanders. Big energy, larger-than-life personality, knows exactly how to sell the dream to a teenager. Coaches like him thrive in college. Pete Carroll, Jimmy Johnson, Jim Harbaugh, same thing. It's not just the X and O's. It's charisma, culture setting, tone setting. Kids don't just follow schemes, they follow personalities. Now, the NFL has its giants, Andy Reid, Sean Payton, Kyle Shanahan, brilliant minds, master strategists. But would they enjoy talking to parents, attending booster events, and convincing 18-year-olds to believe in a program? Probably not. They want to sit in a room and perfect schemes. College football is as much about people as it is about plays. And that's where NFL masterminds might struggle. Think about Shanahan, no interest in boosters. Andy Reid won't even allow joint practices. Peyton, all about game plans. Their brilliance could be muted in college. Some geniuses are mavericks, Elon Musk stuck in a cubicle, Frank Lloyd Wright designing DMV buildings. The right environment matters. College football isn't always that environment. And Belichick, brilliant guy, no question. Prepped, hardworking, tactical genius. But a 17-hour uncommanded work week, how much can he teach, and how much can 18-year-olds retain? Tom Brady mentioned this on Joel Klatt's podcast. Preparation and fundamentals are king, but absorption is limited. Belichick will teach proper fundamentals, defensive and offensive schemes, and high expectations. But will he inspire 18-year-olds who are still learning about the game and themselves? That's the challenge. Which brings us to players like Shatter Sanders. If you watched him Friday, you saw what I mean. Under pressure, he delivered. Athletic, check. Accurate, check. Composed, check. And he is the only healthy QB right now for the Browns. That is a skill in itself. Dillon Gabriel, injured. Kenny Pickett, banged up. Deshaun Watson, inconsistent. Joe Flacco, healthy, but not exceptional. Sanders' availability alone separates him from the rest. Yet, somehow, he's fourth on the depth chart. Why politics, draft status, perception? It's not just football. It's organizational psychology. Minor league baseball taught me the same thing. A 20th round pick hitting point .370 in spring might not make the roster, while a first-rounder hitting point .260 does. Teams validate their investments. Football is no different. Now, break down Sanders' performance. That spin move against Carolina, more athletic than half the NFL quarterbacks. Footwork, elite. Throwing on the move, accurate. Decision-making under pressure, solid. Yet he's undervalued. People focus on maturity issues or past mistakes while ignoring raw talent. But 41 college starts, massive. Compared to Anthony Richardson at Florida, just 13 starts. Experience counts. Family pedigree counts. Friends with Travis Hunter, trained in a football household. Still, hype labels him raw or not serious enough. Watch the tape. He moves, reads, delivers. That's a quarterback. And let me throw in a quick tangent. My family rule. No bright yellow airlines. Why? Any boardroom that paints the sky neon clearly can't make good decisions. Delta, American, British Airways, fine. Highlighter yellow, nope. Watching the Browns QB depth chart is a bit like that. Decisions that make you scratch your head, but somehow follow their rules. Cleveland has Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, Dillon Gabriel, and Shatter Sanders listed fourth. Friday, Sanders delivered, yet still, he's fourth. That's politics. Draft position, management perception, validation of past choices, happens everywhere. Minor league baseball taught me this. A .370. Spring doesn't guarantee a roster spot. First round pick with .260. More likely, organizations protect their investments. Football is no different. Some criticize Sanders' maturity. Maybe he's not legendary yet. Maybe he needs to grow. But talent, preparation, availability, those are measurable skills. right now. He has them. Don't overlook the obvious. Accuracy? Check. Athleticism? Check. Leadership potential? Check. He might not be perfect, but the kid shows he belongs on the field. Back to Belichick and coaches in general, it's fascinating. Some thrive in college because they sell the dream. Others thrive in the NFL because they build the dream. Recruiting, energy, charisma, culture setting, college essentials. Schemes, strategy, analytics, NFL essentials. Genius doesn't always translate. Mavericks need freedom. They can't be boxed into rigid environments. And that's where the NFL's brightest minds might stumble in college. Preseason, depth charts, injuries, they all matter. Watching a player perform isn't enough. Understanding the ecosystem, coaches, mentors, environment, opportunities, that's the story most people miss. Shattersanders Sanders proves it. Healthy, prepared, talented, yet undervalued. Belichick could dominate in college or struggle depending on circumstances. Energy, culture, politics, it all matters. Football isn't just X and O's, it's human dynamics, personality, and timing. And don't forget, losing a key player like Rashawn Slater for the Chargers, that changes everything. Preseason isn't meaningless. Injuries, performance, opportunity, all of it can define a season. Sanders being available and performing under pressure, that alone is rare. Even legends like Tom Brady, Eli Manning, or Brett Favre understood that. Staying on the field is a skill. Not getting hit, being prepared, making decisions under pressure, that separates the good from the great. So what's the takeaway? Coaches, players, management, it's all about fit, opportunity, and environment. Sanders shows talent and readiness can be overlooked, while brilliance like Belichick's may thrive or struggle depending on context. Don't ignore the obvious. Performance, preparation, and availability matter as much as hype, and that's why football, at any level, is endlessly fascinating. The NFL, college, the politics, the hype, it all comes down to human dynamics. Coaches like Deion Sanders succeed with energy and charisma. Coaches like Belichick thrive with precision. At preparation, players like Shattersanders Sanders show skill, talent, and resilience in the system. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Understanding the full picture, that's where the real story lies. So, the next time you see a depth chart, a draft pick, or a preseason performance, remember this: there's more going on than meets the eye. Politics, personality, opportunity, and preparation, all of it matters. Football isn't just a game. It's a test of human skill, intellect, and resilience. And players like Shattersanders Sanders, they're the ones proving that talent and preparation will always shine, even if the world doesn't immediately recognize it.